G'day guys. I just made a video just then. Was watching over it again and realized that I need to do it again because it wasn't very polished. So I know what I'm going to talk about. I'm not just going to sort of bloop it out and you know whatever. I'm going to get straight into the video. Today I'm going to talk about what happened at work today, which kind of made me realize a lot about people around me, what goes on. So I was working in a kitchen. I was helping the chef dish up a meal, and the duty manager walks in and she says, "We need a plate for a guest. He can't have his food touched by a fish. He can't have food that's been touched by fish. So if you have, what this means is that if you've had fish on your hands and you've been touching the veggies also being served on the same plate, then the guest could potentially get sick. So she made it clear that he cannot have fish stuff. Sorry, that she needs the plate without food that's been touched by fish. Anyway, I was helping the chef, and the chef kind of got pissed off at me because I wasn't being as fast as the chef. Like the chef was putting the stuff down, and he was getting so stressed. He was just doing lots of shit, and I wasn't sort of doing the same thing as him. And he got pissed at me, and he started like talking shit to me. I didn't take it in, like I didn't take it to heart, but I I just thought of, like he's just pissed off. He's just stressed, whatever. But after all that, the duty manager comes up to me at night and says, "Look, I don't like the way that the chef was talking to you before, and I hope you're okay." Clayton and I, we realized we were watching the way he was speaking and listening to the way he was speaking to you, and we just want to make sure you're okay. And this blew my mind. I said to her straight away, "Look, I'm fine. I didn't think any bad of it. He was just stressed, whatever." But it made me realize that while I could have just been, while when I was getting listening to the chef and internalizing, in my head, "Oh, he's just pissed off. I'll just do what he does." I wasn't upset. I was just sort of like, trying to process. I was trying to protect myself, but it was cool because knowing that those people, my duty manager and the waiter, were actually like caring about what I thought. And this isn't like a. It's so nice to have people care for me. You know, I'm not trying to go in that direction. I'm just sort of. I don't know. I'm just sort of like trying to put clarity on what I believed that was, and what I think it was while you may not feel offended by anything, while you might actually be dealing with things quite well on the inside, you might let out a completely different. You might just look like you're having a hard time, even though inside you sort of whatever. Um, get that, doesn't matter. It's interesting. That really interests me more than. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not interested in people caring about me. By all means, it's just interesting to know that the way I look, the way I portray myself, is very different to the way I feel. So, yeah, if you guys have the same, maybe you'll be feeling quite strong about something, or you might be standing up for yourself on the inside, but someone might come up to you and say, "Hey, are you okay? You kind of just look a bit upset." What do you think about that? Do you question whether you were upset? Do you question whether you're lying to yourself? For me, it was a bit of both. I was like, was I upset? Was I upset? Or, I also questioned, was I dealing with it right? What was I looking like? I was questioning all these things. But really what happened was I was perfectly fine. So, interesting. Cool. Yeah, this is just sort of a little question I have for you guys. Do you guys go through the same sort of thing? I'm sure you do. And if you do, please drop a like. Don't drop a like. You don't have to. Do whatever you want. But if you want to share ideas, pop it down there and we can talk about it. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think and whether you guys have thought this before and whether you've questioned yourself or have just gone, nah, I'm fine. But for someone like me, it's quite mind-boggling, and I like to philosophize. I don't even know. I use that word so much. Philosophize about things a lot. So, yeah, that's it.